Hello, everyone. Thank you for your interest in supporting a newcomer through mentoring. I am Eduardo Bananal, part of the employer engagement team of the Immigrant Employment Council of BC, and I'd be happy to provide you more information about our MentorConnect initiative. I would like to acknowledge first that this virtual session is conducted in the traditional, ancestral, and unceded territory of the Coast Salish peoples, Squamish, Tsleil-Waututh, and Musqueam nations. And we thank them for allowing us to meet and learn in their territories. To begin with, the Immigrant Employment Council of BC, or IEC-BC, is an employer-facing, not-for-profit organization with a purpose to support BC employers with tools, solutions, and resources to effectively attract, hire, and retain skilled immigrant talent. We also support organizations in promoting diverse and inclusive workplaces, where we believe that the successful integration of skilled newcomers into the BC labor force is critical to both their success and the province's long-term economic performance. We work with employers, government, and other partner stakeholders to ensure that BC employers can effectively integrate global talent. And one of the means to achieve our purpose is through MentorConnect, which brings together skilled immigrants and established local professionals like you for a one-on-one occupational, industry, and competencies mentoring partnerships. Before we talk about mentoring, I would like to share a survey conducted by Talent Canada in 2021 with over 500 employer respondents across Canada. The survey wanted to get a pulse how businesses were doing as a result of the COVID-19 pandemic. And from survey results, more than half of businesses, 59% to be exact, said that finding qualified applicants for open positions is one of their greatest difficulties, in which 1/3 of those employers have pointed out that the lack of soft skills is one of the main reasons contributing to this challenge. As soft skills can be a general term, respondents identified the following sought-after skills that they would like to see more in applicants, namely, willingness to learn, dependability, coachability at 81%, communication, adaptability at 75%. And when we mean communication, these refer not only to academic English, but also to verbal and non-verbal communication. Third would be problem-solving skills and critical thinking at 74%. And last but not least, taking initiative, being proactive and working with minimal supervision at 72%. Locally at IEC-BC, we have conducted a survey in previous years with 84 employers representing 18 different industries on challenges to recruitment and integration of skilled immigrants. And this is what we found out. First, only 3% have identified that technical skills as a challenge to recruitment and integration. Second, the numbers on your left side, hiring manager biases, credential requirements, and lack of Canadian work experience contributed to a total of 42%. And these areas are where organizations can work internally with their employees, such as building awareness on the importance of competencies versus Canadian experience, etc. And third, soft skills took 18% of the pie, and language requirements, which not only pertains to academic English, but also verbal, nonverbal communication, and interpersonal communication in the Canadian business setting, falls 37%. As communication is part of soft skills, 55% therefore have identified that soft skills is really an important consideration when it comes to recruitment and onboarding. The reason I would like to share these is because when you start mentoring, you will need to go beyond technical and industry insights. You will need to guide newcomers in getting familiar on soft skills expectations in Canadian workplace context as well. Moving forward, since MentorConnect started in 2012, we have received feedback from former mentees who have completed the program, and 84% reported improved understanding of the Canadian workplace culture, while 70% found meaningful employment within 6 months of program completion. In addition, other studies reveal that newcomers are 2.5 times more likely to find meaningful employment after mentorship, as compared to those who did not receive guidance through a mentor. And based on these statistics, this goes to show that mentoring indeed does work. Now let's proceed with the program structure for MentorConnect. Please note that MentorConnect runs in a span of 2 months, up to 12 hours, but depending on your mentee's goals and priorities, you don't need to complete the whole 12 hours. And on the average, these would be around just 3 to 4 meetings. We are giving you and the mentee the flexibility on when and how to meet. So you can meet your mentee before, during, or after office hours. It's really up to the both of you. And as for the venues, some mentors invite their mentees at their office, at a coffee shop, or any public establishments. Mentors and mentees can also communicate via phone call or email. And if you would like to meet virtually, you can use any preferred platform, may it be Zoom, Microsoft Teams, WebEx, or Google Meet. So basically, there are 3 steps or stages during the partnership. Number 1 is you need to create a mentor profile on Cooper, which is our online platform to pair mentors and mentees. To access Cooper, we have included the Cooper link and registration guide on the same email we sent this video. Second, once we find a potential match for you, we will first share with you the mentee's resume for you to review and confirm if you're able to take on the suggested mentee. So once we receive your confirmation, we will then send you a formal introduction with your mentee so you can start in scheduling your first meeting and proceed with the partnership. And third stage, after completing the partnership, we will also require you and your mentee to complete a post-program survey to get your feedback for our continuous improvement of the program. So as a mentor, I would like to clarify that your role is not to find a job for your mentee. Instead, your role is to be a learning broker and a soundboard for any issues and challenges they encounter when finding meaningful employment. Therefore, during the 2-month period, the topics to cover for your mentorship can be categorized in 3 themes. First theme would be occupation-specific guidance. So these refer to sharing insights, technical skills needed about the profession, the industry, improving their resumes, informing them about upskilling and certifications that can help them gain better marketability to employers. Second theme would be industry introduction. So as networking is said to be very important and critical to access the so-called hidden job market, you will also need to help your mentee build their professional network. To give you an idea, some mentors have introduced their mentees to work colleagues, while others have also invited their mentees to networking events, meetup groups, professional immigrant networks, industry conferences, and workshops where mentees get the opportunity to network. And third theme would be essential competencies. So these pertain to soft skills and getting them familiar with the expectations in Canadian workplace culture. So keeping in mind the themes mentioned earlier, there is some feedback we received from mentees through a survey regarding their soft skills goals. So as of the top 3, first would be obviously their ultimate goal is to find meaningful employment. Second would be to build their professional network. And third is to gain confidence. And this is very much crucial as you imagine what newcomers have to go through. We're starting your life in a new country, receiving countless rejections for months when applying for jobs, or worse, even receiving no responses at all. So part of which is helping them regain that confidence. Now, to give you an idea of our mentee pool, These are the top 6 occupational backgrounds of newcomers on our system. So we have newcomers with background in IT professionals. There are those with background in engineering, architecture, logistics, supply chain, procurement management. We also have marketing, sales, and business development folks, accounting and finance professionals, and lastly, biotech and life sciences professionals. And their experiences ranges from 5 to 15 years working in their home countries. As mentoring obviously benefits skilled immigrants, it is also a win-win for you mentors. Mentors and employers have shared with us that it helped them develop further their cross-cultural coaching and leadership skills. It also helped them hone their communication skills. It helped them build better empathy and understanding for others. And as they hear how things are being done overseas through a mentee, they're also able to gain global business perspectives. And in terms of workplace diversity inclusion, employers have seen this as an initiative and an opportunity for employees to actively contribute to their organization's diversity and inclusion efforts. And last but not least, as human beings, it's a way for us to give back to the community, make a difference in the life of a person. So as for the key reminders, everyone can be a mentor. This initiative is completely voluntary. Also, some mentors have requested volunteer letters and completion certificates, and we'd be more than happy to provide you upon request. And again, as a reminder, we will request you to complete post-program survey for program improvement. Now, going to the why mentors volunteer, here are some of what mentors have to say about the program. For Reagan, mentoring has been a means to make a difference in the lives of people for social purpose. While for Wayne, it has served as an effective soft recruitment strategy and access to a wider talent pool. On the other hand, I would like to share you some feedback from mentees from our recent cohorts. So for this mentee, to quote, "I'm working at Metro Vancouver. The mentorship program helped me a lot. My mentor trained me for the interview and made me understand how a government agency works. Later, he also introduced me to 2 people that work in Metro Vancouver. My mentor is amazing." Another testimonial from a mentee, to quote, "I would like to appreciate my mentor's professional mentoring sincerely. He not only shared the local industry information, of which all he knows, but also checked my resume and cover letter, addressed my questions, and encouraged me to try again when I encountered hurdles. Thank you again." And another quote from a mentee, who was paired with a mentor from City of Vancouver. "I appreciate my mentor. He gave me lots of coaching regarding my resume and cover letter creation, job search skills, mock interviews, network extension, work culture, etc. His professionalism, patience, and consideration helped me improve so quickly and boosted my confidence in a new start. And I'm pleased to say that this mentee eventually was invited to apply for a role in the City of Vancouver and is now working with the same organization." So I wish to share with you, lastly, some frequently asked questions received from new mentors. So there are several questions. So starting off, number 1, what is the matching criteria? So matches performed in the MentorConnect program are based on matching weights that have been set up within the Cooper system. So the 4 main areas we draw from our matches include the following. 1 is mentorship topics. 2, technical skills. 3, occupation role, and years of experience. So when creating your mentor profile, be sure to answer or fill this as accurately as possible so that we can better pair you with a suitable mentee. And in addition to these, our MentorConnect team also manually reviews mentor and mentee's resume for final recommendation on matching. Question number 2, how many days after submitting my application can I expect before I get matched with a mentee? So when a mentor gets matched depends on who is currently available in and ready on the Cooper Mentor Match system. Number 3, is there an expected timeline on setting the first meeting? So please ensure that an initial first meeting between the mentor and the mentee and mentoring coach, if available, is set up within 2 weeks of receiving your initial introductory email from IEC-BC. Next question, can I be matched with more than one mentee? So depending on the occupation and demand of mentees from your sector, we can look at special arrangements in terms of connecting mentors with more than one mentee. 5, I will not be able to mentor immediately. I would like to mentor in the future. How can I show my interest in the future? So for mentors who have already indicated interest and signed up on IEC-BC's Cooper Mentor Match system, they can refer to the top of page 6 of the guide, which we'll be sending, included on this email, where more details on how to temporarily make yourself unavailable is shown. 6, I would like to change or terminate my partnership and work with another mentor or mentee. How can this be done? So keep in mind that the MentorConnect program takes time in matching skilled newcomers with local professionals for one-on-one mentoring partnership opportunities. So prior to any match, we typically check with both mentor and mentee pair to ensure both parties are in agreement for the upcoming partnership opportunity. So once you have signed the MentorConnect partnership agreement, the partnership cannot be changed. If there are valid reasons, however, to change or terminate the partnership, you can raise your concerns to our MentorConnect team at mentorconnect@iecbc.ca so we can further evaluate the situation. So for any other questions, again, I'm putting here on the screen. You can email us at mentorconnect@iecbc.ca, and we'd be happy to address any of your questions or concerns. So before we end, just to share with you, roughly 75% of our mentor volunteers come through small, medium, and large employer partners, which you can see at the left part of your screen, while the remaining 25% are self-enrolled volunteers. And as author Helen Keller better said it, alone we can do so little, together we can do so much. So feel free to spread the word on MentorConnect with your colleagues, maybe with your organization's HR, senior management, or if you have a diversity inclusion team within your organization. And we'd be more than happy to support and pair more mentors with mentees. So thank you and have a great day.